Hello, my friends. Today is June the 10th, and this is a psychic reading for those born on this date, June the 10th. This is a reading to cover the year to follow. It's a four-card pull, approximately 7 to 10 minutes long, so bear with me. I do psychic readings, I do healing work. Check out my credits. I can do work via the internet, and I can do work out of my office in Albuquerque, New Mexico. So this is a four-card pull to cover the year to follow, June the 10th. The first card is a general energy card for the year, a challenge card, an action to stay in balance, and an outcome or synopsis card. The general energy card of the year is the orphan. So this asks you to reflect upon feeling like you've lost your mother and father. No, maybe you started out without a mother and father available to you. Maybe along the way, your mother and father have passed, maybe through some kind of accident or maybe through just normal age. But that does not mean that we don't feel like so oftentimes like we don't have a mother or father. I mean, if our mothers and fathers are remote and distant to us, if we are cut off from them, we can feel very much like an orphan, like we've been abandoned to just find our way by ourselves, and that we don't have the parental nurturance and the guidance and the direction giving and the sustenance and the protection that our mothers and fathers might have once afforded to us. But often we go into the places where we feel abandoned by life. We feel abandoned by friends and family. We feel abandoned by lovers. We feel abandoned by our society. We feel abandoned by our church. We feel abandoned by our God. You know, abandonment is one of the key principles of humanity's exploration of itself. To either feel like you're in line and in love and connected to source, or to feel like you're not in line and you're not loved and you're not connected to source. Abandonment is one of the principal things that we all have to work out in our lives. And we look at it through the lens of how we call life to us and how we read it and how we reflect upon it. So this is a lot about looking at those times when you feel abandoned and without someone to help you, nurture you, lead you, support you, and help and protect you, and so what is your particular challenge? Well, justice card, the ultimate card of fairness and justice and equality and finding truth and looking for the equitability that says, I haven't done anything wrong, and why should I be made to pay for someone else's wrongs? Or why should I be made to pay for something that someone is projecting on me? Or why should I be made to pay for some kind of pain that has been inflicted upon me? What is fair in this? So, justice is not just about legal matters, it's about feeling like the universe is treating you fairly, like God, Creator, all that is treating you fairly, like your family is treating you fairly, or your society, or your church, or even yourself. Maybe you're not feeling, fair and just unto yourself, and you've orphaned your own self to yourself. You've cut off your own nurturance, you've cut off your own protection, you cut off your own ability to see things in a brighter way, in a more connected way. You've lost your sense of feeling and trusting that you can go forward with something when something weighs heavily on you. So this is a year where you might come up against a lawsuit or come up against somebody's rigidity about how you need to be and who you need to be and what you need to do, and you don't necessarily feel like you're being treated fairly. In essence, you're feeling abandoned by those people who judge you, or those people who hold you down, or those people who or energies that create a challenge for you that you don't think is fair. So there is the action to take is the jaguar, and the jaguar to me is jaguar in I think it was Mayan societies, I believe, where jaguar energy was called down to clean up the atrociousness of priests who were not acting fairly, who were not were violating sacred scriptures in order to get what they personally needed. It became a very selfish time, and Jaguar God was sent down to clean up humanity. To teach about impeccability, to teach about holding integrity, to teach about roaring and finding truth and finding fairness when that needs to be the equitability that the Jaguar brings forward, that everyone has a right, that everyone has a truth, that everyone has a strength, and everyone has a part in this bigger picture. But if we act selfishly, then do we hold ourselves back and hold humanity back? And Jaguar, I think, was set down as a god, Jaguar energy, to clean up humankind's foibles and pains and negative views. So this is a time that says, don't give away your integrity. Don't give away all your hard-fought understandings. Don't be less than impeccable. Hold your word, hold your power. Don't let your truth shift under the light. Don't against other people's pains and other people's fear and other people's pronouncements and other people's judgments. Doesn't really matter what happens to you on some level when we hold our integrity, when we hold our truth, and when we feel like we're living up to some soul understanding within us. And we often find a way to be okay with whatever is presented to us. There's a part in the Bible about render unto Caesar what is Caesar, render unto God what is God's. Meaning, Caesar may take your money, others may take your money, others may take your wealth, others may take your definition, others may take your emotional wants away from you. But if you have your love and your truth and your power and your compassion and your creativity and your trust, that things are going to be okay regardless of what is given to you, that you're in line with what you need to do and how you need to be and how you need to hold your own truth, then you're going to be fine in this process. Keep remembering your sacredness. You orphan yourself from yourself. Don't cut yourself off from your truth, your power, your integrity, your impeccability. This is the outcome card. This is just another, big test in the many tests that we face in our path to finding clarity and becoming enlightened, and walking the paths of many people so that we can learn about compassion. This is another one of those tests, I think, to maybe forget yourself more and learn about compassion for others who might have a lot more pain than you do, especially if you can think from those higher realms. You can change a lot of the situation by sharing compassion and sharing upliftment and sharing your truth in this situation than you can by I think fighting or lowering yourself to more negative stances, or lowering yourself to more powerlessnesses and things that bring out more fear and guilt and shame and stuff that you can impound yourself with and suck your energy down with. So this is about keeping yourself light in the face of adversity, and remembering that you're not alone, especially when you can remember to not orphan yourself to yourself. There are many people out there who will help you and who can help you. You just have to be able, first of all, to say, I'm worthy of help because I am a solid, sacred being on this earth, walking this game called life, and Creator, God, Goddess, all that is, supports me to be the best that I can be, and to be the most loving I can be, and to be the most compassionate I can be, and to listen and act out of wisdom and clarity. Aho Mitakuye Oyasin, blessed be.